Alright, Shalom, Shalom. Call Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect that preach the truth out the four corners of the globe. Alright, the brother Shamaria from the GMS Cleveland branch. Alright, coming through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing. This be a very edifying video to myself, to the elect Akim out there, all right, and to all those that take heed to the word of Yahweh. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to read Psalms, the first chapter. All right, it says, Psalms 1, verse 1, Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Yeah, man, so, yeah, when you come into this truth, man, you automatically separated and set apart from people of the world, you know. So when you come into this truth, you're basically purified, man. The scriptures talk about how the Lord made us holy. When you go to that word holy, it means separate. So we're separate from our own people, man, because 2/3 of our people, they not gonna get this wisdom, man. But 1/3, which is the elect, Lord willing, we of the elect, are us brothers, you know, that's in this truth as of right now. We can't be, basically in that council or in that gathering, all right, of ungodly people, man. People who don't reverence the Lord. People who don't follow the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, our Heavenly Father, man. All right, so you gotta limit hanging out with niggas. You gotta limit, you know, doing certain things with certain people, all right, and basically hang with brothers or do your own thing. But you know, you gotta limit who being in that same environment with niggas, man, and harlots and things like that, man, because it'll alter your spirit. All right, and to back that statement up, this is Jeremiah chapter 15. Salakia. Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 17. It says, I sat not in the assembly of the mockers, nor rejoiced. I sat alone because of thy hand, for thou hast filled me with indignation. Right, because ultimately we don't, hey, when we around niggas, you know, if you working or, you know, some brothers go to school, or if, you know, you just, because you gonna always be in the midst of niggas, man. You gonna always be, you know, somewhere around, you know, basically ungodly people, you know. But us brothers, man, when we around certain things like that, basically fills us up with the indignation, man. That basically fills us up with a righteous anger, man. You know, because you get vexed with the conversations of the wicked. You get vexed with, you know, just certain nigga shit, man. Salakia, excuse me for my language, but that's what it is. You know, you may be, you know, grocery shopping and you see, I don't know, just to give an example, you may see, you know, just some badass little kids running around in the store, and their parents just you know, not giving them no attention, not putting them in order, you know, not, you know, basically setting them right. And that right there could you know, fill you up with the indignation of the Lord, because as a parent, you're supposed to, you know, give your children a rod of correction. You know, you're supposed to set your household in order, you know, or you might see some, you know, some little, I don't know, some little kids stealing out the store and running out the store or some shit, you know, or something like that, just to give an example. But verse 2, it says, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law doeth he meditate day and night. So we supposed to delight in, you know, following the laws of Yahweh Shai. You supposed to, you know, basically take joy in doing this thing, man. You supposed to want to do this. You supposed to, you know, like and enjoy. You supposed to love keeping the laws. You supposed to love following these commandments, man. All right, because if you don't, then it's gonna seem into you as a burden. It's gonna seem into you as, you know, like a job or a grievous labor, you know. Even though the scriptures does say that the finding out of precepts is grievous, but that's the work you got to put in, man. At the same time, you still got to have some type of joy in it, man. You got to have joy, and you got to be thankful that the Lord took you out the world, man, where you could have been destroyed, you could have been consumed with anything, man. All right, you're supposed to meditate on these scriptures day and night. All right, so that it could be, you know, basically a memory in your head. It could just come instantly. It could just come as a natural movement within your daily life. It could just become a natural thought, a natural thing within your life, man. The scriptures talk. I mean, it's like not the scriptures, but it's a saying that repetition is the key to remembrance. You know, roughly paraphrasing. So you gotta keep repeatedly, you know, meditating on these scriptures day and night. All right, and you grab a precept. Salakia. All right, this is Psalms 119. Psalms chapter 119, verse 35. It says, "Make me to go in the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight." All right, so that's the type of spirit you're supposed to have. All right, you're supposed to pray that the Lord continually have you walk in his ways, in these laws, take heed to these commandments, and to do them to the best of your ability. You got to pray to the Lord for that, man. All right, because if you ultimately delight in this truth, then you're going to do that, man. All right. All right, verse 3, it says, "And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper." Right. When you basically abound yourself in his word, when you clothe yourself with this truth, man, you're gonna grow like a tree, man. All right, and you're gonna become fruitful. You know, you're gonna become fruitful in wisdom. You know, and you might gain some fruit. You know, gaining fruit as in, you know, bringing other people into this faith, man. It says, "And whatsoever he doeth shall prosper." Because when you got Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua on your side, and when you following these law, statute, commandments throughout your daily life, then everything you do is going to prosper, man, because you're doing it in righteousness. All right, this is this is Psalms chapter 128, verse 1 and 2. I'm gonna read verse 1. It said, "Blessed is everyone that feareth the Lord, that walketh in his ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thine hands. Happy shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee." Right. All right. So the Lord is gonna reward you, man, for your work, for your labor, for your sacrifices, man. All right. Psalms chapter 1, verse 4. It says, "The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous." Right. So, hey, 2/3 of our people, you know, they not doing this word. They not keeping the law, statute, commandments to the best of their ability. You know, they not preaching the word. You know, they not even trying to make an effort to learn and to remember and come back to the Lord in these law, statute, commandments, and come back to their heritage. So for that, they're not gonna be delivered with the elect. They're not gonna survive the judgment of the Lord. They're not gonna survive Jacob's trouble, man. All right, verse 5 it says, or Salakia, verse 6, it says, "For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish." Right, and the whole system of the ungodly, which is, these Gentile nations, and you spiritual Gentiles of the nation of Israel. The way of this world should perish, man, because it's not set in righteousness. All right, the homosexuality should perish. The man being over, or the woman being over the man, that shit gonna perish, man. All right, these heathens being on top, ruling over the world, that shit is gonna perish. And the whole system of how the world is ran, that shit is gonna come to naught, man. All right, because the Lord is gonna give reference and give favor into the righteous men. All right, and set them back in rulership in the kingdom of heaven. All right, and that's what we're looking forward to, man. So with that being said, I'm gonna close out giving all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well. Shalom, Akim, and Abad Babal.